Imagine this. A dimly lit luxury restaurant filled with high-class diners savoring their gourmet meals. The clink of glasses and soft hum of conversation fills the room. Suddenly, the sleek glass doors swing open, and a man walks in dressed in designer suits like the rest, but in a simple hoodie, faded jeans, and sneakers. Heads turn. Some recognize him, their eyes widening in disbelief. Others barely glance at him, assuming he doesn't belong. But what happens next will shock everyone. An arrogant waiter, eyes filled with disdain, approaches the man. His words? Cruel. His judgment? Swift. He sees only what's on the surface, completely unaware of the life-changing revelation that's about to unfold. What happens when grace meets arrogance? And who really holds the power in this room? Stay tuned for a story filled with unexpected twists, powerful lessons, and a moment that will change lives forever. If you love compelling stories that leave you thinking, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And hey, drop a comment because your voice matters here. Let's dive in. It was a quiet evening at Harmony Bites, an upscale restaurant known for its elegant ambiance and exquisite dishes. The air was filled with the aroma of truffle-infused pasta and seared steaks. White linen-draped tables gleamed under the soft golden lights. The clientele, dressed in tailored suits and designer dresses, sipped wine and engaged in hushed conversations. As the front doors slid open, Kendrick Lamar walked in, wearing a simple hoodie, faded jeans, and scuffed sneakers. His hood was pulled low over his head, shadows hiding his recognizable face. Exhaustion weighed heavy on him. The evening's high-profile event had drained him, and all he wanted was a peaceful meal in a place he knew well. A few patrons caught sight of him and nudged their companions, their whispers barely audible. "Is that Kendrick Lamar?" one woman murmured. "Can't be," another replied, glancing skeptically at his low-key attire. Others didn't even glance his way, dismissing him as just another regular guy. Kendrick moved toward a cozy corner booth near the window. Before he could sit, a heavy-set waiter with a sharp, arrogant expression intercepted him. The man's broad frame loomed over Kendrick, his polished shoes clicking sharply against the marble floor. "You lost or something?" the waiter asked, his voice dripping with condescension. Kendrick paused, surprised by the hostility but too tired to react emotionally. "Nah, I'm just here for a meal," he said evenly. The waiter snorted, folding his thick arms across his chest. "This ain't a burger joint, man. We serve people who can actually afford what's on the menu." A few diners turned their heads, sensing the brewing confrontation. Some whispered nervously, unsure if they should step in. Kendrick's jaw clenched, but he forced himself to stay calm. "That's so," he said, his tone measured. "Didn't know clothes determined my wallet." The waiter sneered. "Look, I don't know who you think you are, but this place isn't for folks like you. Try the diner down the block. They might have some leftovers." A thick silence hung over the room. Kendrick stood there, unmoving, his dark eyes steady. Before he could respond, the restaurant manager, a sharp-eyed woman in a sleek black dress, rushed over, her heels clicking urgently. "Mr. Lamar!" she exclaimed, her face flushed with embarrassment. The waiter's face contorted in confusion. "Wait, what did you just call him?" "Kendrick Lamar," the manager said, her voice tight with apology. "As in the Kendrick Lamar, the owner of this restaurant." The waiter's face turned ghostly pale. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. "You're joking," he stammered. Kendrick finally pulled back his hood, revealing the unmistakable face of the Grammy-winning rapper and cultural icon. Gasps rippled through the dining room as recognition dawned on those who hadn't noticed him before. "I own this place," Kendrick said quietly, his voice carrying weight without anger. The waiter stumbled backward, his arrogance evaporating into pure panic. I didn't know. I didn't recognize. You didn't care to, Kendrick said softly. And that's the real problem, isn't it? The manager's face hardened. You're fired, she declared sharply. Pack your things and go. The waiter's shoulders slumped, defeat washing over him. He turned to Kendrick, his voice shaking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Kendrick raised a hand, silencing him. Hold up, he said calmly. Firing him isn't going to fix anything. The manager blinked, surprised. Mr. Lamar, with all due respect. Kendrick shook his head. Everybody makes mistakes. What matters is what they do after. He turned to the waiter, who looked both ashamed and confused. Look, man, Kendrick said, his voice steady but compassionate. Maybe you've been through some stuff. Maybe life's been rough, and you're carrying that around like baggage. But don't let that turn you into someone who tears other people down. The waiter's eyes glistened with unshed tears. Don't know why I said those things. I've just been angry, I guess. Anger's heavy, Kendrick said. It'll break you if you don't let it go. How about this, you keep your job, but on one condition, change your perspective. See people for who they are, not what they look like. The manager hesitated, clearly unsure, but Kendrick's expression was resolute. The waiter's voice broke. Thank you. I don't deserve this. Maybe not right now, Kendrick said, but you can earn it. Just be better. The waiter wiped his face, humbled beyond words. I will. I swear. Good, Kendrick said with a faint smile. Now how about getting me a table? I'm starving. Laughter rippled through the restaurant, breaking the tension. The atmosphere softened, warmth spreading through the room. As Kendrick sat down, the once arrogant waiter brought him a menu with genuine humility. On the house tonight, sir, he said earnestly. Nah, Kendrick chuckled. I pay my way. By the end of the night, Kendrick had not only enjoyed his meal, but served up a lesson in grace, forgiveness, and redemption. For the diners who witnessed the moment, it was a night they'd never forget, a reminder that true greatness isn't about wealth or fame, but the ability to uplift and heal even those who've wronged you. And for the waiter, it was the beginning of a transformation he never thought possible. And that's how it ended. Kendrick Lamar didn't just own the restaurant, he owned the moment. With calmness and compassion, he turned hate into a lesson, arrogance into humility, and bitterness into a chance for change. In a world where people often respond to disrespect with anger, Kendrick chose forgiveness. And that decision didn't just change the waiter's life, it inspired everyone who witnessed it. Sometimes, true power isn't in wealth or fame, but in how you treat others, even when they don't deserve it. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And drop a comment below, what would you have done in Kendrick's shoes? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay inspired, stay kind, and remember, every moment holds the chance for change.